How are you, Tom?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
Yes, mate. Thank you for being so patient. So how are you feeling
Fine,
after that
mate.
one?
Yeah, great win. I thought we played really well. First half, we showed intent, and the players showed, that they're still behind Ange in terms of the way we played. We were so quick and we just completely outrun Southampton in the first half, I think. I saw the stats at half time and it was like 16 shots to 2 or something.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of a first half, I think it was probably our most dominant half. Obviously Southampton are a struggling team and, I think we should take that into account. But I thought we were excellent in the first half. Second half, we were a bit quieter, but I'd rather not risk the injuries, even though we might have some potential injuries. I'd rather do that than rather sharp shot a bit than get more injuries. So yeah, I'm happy with the result, and yeah, we move on. Hopefully, we get some consistency now.
Yeah, agreed. And I've been saying a little bit all day or all evening, this could be a sliding doors moment for Ange Postecoglou. Is there a possibility that this could be, the result that pushes us to kind of maybe end that whole Ange in, Ange out stuff and really just focus on the season that a lot of us, to be fair, a lot of fans said they wanted, which was, a season where they don't care that much about the league, but really want to put all our eggs in the cup basket?
Yeah, I think the game on Thursday is so key because I think, if we just get a cup run together, whether that's in the Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, I think that's what's going to really get the fans behind Ange and, connected with the club again. I think the league, we've been there before. We've qualified for the Champions League before. And I don't think we'll qualify this year. But I think, the game on Thursday is key for me. And obviously, we all know the importance of winning something this year. But yeah, I think in terms of consistency, I think it's not changed, in my opinion, because, we've got results like this against teams that, try to play possession-based football, try to, press us and have left gaps. So yeah, I think, it's been a story of our season so far. And we've got some tough games coming up. So Liverpool at home next. So yeah, we just got to hope that we do get some consistency in the league. But yeah,
do you think,
Tom,
do you think that Man United, sorry to interrupt, but do you think that Man United in that Carabao Cup game will basically try and play pretty low block like some of the teams we've really struggled against?
Yeah, I think so. I think, teams like that, like with Amorim, I remember when we played Amorim under Sporting, I remember even when we had Conte, they were quite defensive. So yeah, I think we know what sort of game we've got on our hands, but we just got to be clinical. And yeah, I think that they are there for the taking. They've not been on good form. Yes, they beat Man City, but everyone's beating Man City these days. So yeah, we've just got to show the desire that we showed today, and I think hopefully we'll give ourselves a chance. Like we did for me, the game where we all know how pragmatic Villa are, for example, that they can be defensive, but look at the way that we, pulled them apart in the second half and beat them 4-1. So I think we can do it against these more, defensive teams.
Do you know what? Stuart Wheeler in the comments has just made a really good point. He says, what is promising is that Ange called out a player publicly and they responded rather than throwing him under the bus, called out the players publicly. I agree with him. I think that is a good point. And again, just to show that I think the players are still playing for him, because that's usually an absolute no-no. And where if they want a manager gone, they'll use that as the opportunity.
Yeah, and it's so obvious that they're still behind him. And you normally start getting the leaks in the media and like through the ITKs that the players are starting to turn, but you can tell the players are still playing for him. And you just got to hope that eventually that leads to consistency. But yeah, I think I was happy he called Werner out, because I think you've got to be ruthless as a manager, and Werner's earning something like 200 grand a week, and he needs to show up, and we need players like him to contribute, or we're going to struggle. So I think it was good that Ange called him out. And to be fair, he didn't call him out. He was just asked about his performances. So sometimes things get misinterpreted in the media and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay, and Tom, just before I let you go, what are your kind of favourite and least favourite moments of 2024 watching Spurs?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of bad moments. I think overall this year, there's been a lot of bad results. But for me, I think the really bad one was the Bournemouth game this a couple of weeks ago, because I think it was just inevitable as soon as we conceded that set piece and as soon as they started creating those chances and having loads of shots, it was obvious we were going to lose. But for me, it was the moment after the game when the fans were a bit angry at Ange. I'm not annoyed at the fans for that, because I think it's completely justifiable. But I think it just shows overall, over time, how difficult the results have been throughout this year. But yeah, in terms of a good moment, I think it was that second half against Villa. I think the way we played, the way we bullied them was really good. So yeah.
Top man, Tom. Listen, thank you so much for calling in, mate. Let's talk again after hopefully a victory on Thursday night, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Yeah. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.